Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at another legend team for the Open Great League this time around from Rize. Congrats to you. We're going to have a team here that is going to be very interesting and looks very good on paper. We're going to have a team with the Zero in the lead, the Saysop of the Shadow Annihilape and the Corsair in the bag. And what I have to say about the team first, I would assume that this team performs better if you actually have better IVs. This player got a rank 12 Azumarill, a rank 159 best buddy variant of Galarian Corsair, and a rank 219 Shadow Annihilape, which, as you can see here on my side, I have the Azumarill, even better rank, but the rest is just not in a perfect rank. And this is the thing as well, there is just differences in this. Like, I think this is going to impact the battles most likely a little bit as well here, but we're gonna see it anyway. First battle we're going to win. But yeah, again, like, there is going to be differences in terms of what Pokemon can do based on the IVs. I don't have perfect IVs on any of them. I do think I have some better Annihilape that I could build, but yeah, I haven't done it yet, of course. And also for the Corsair, I actually got a very solid one yesterday from a trade with my girlfriend, but I haven't built this one yet as well. I would like to even get a better one than this, but I got a 51111, which is at least rank 508 Corsair, which is already way better than the current Corsair that I have, because the current Corsair that I have that is built here is a rank 2593 Corsair, and so there is a big difference in that. Like, IVs are important. Like, I know it's not as important as people might think, but it's still important. And of course, knowledge about the team is important. Like, this player most likely played this team for a lot longer than I did, and so yeah, for example here, there was a completely hard wall that anyway I would have not been able to win this anyway, but we're gonna lose this battle. Then again, yeah, I most likely got a little bit unlucky in some of the matchups as well. There were like 3-4 times that I got just completely hardwalled. Like, there was nothing that I could have done. I did around like 5 sets with this team, so like, if you don't see your own battle against me in here, that's going to be a common theme most likely for the next few videos, because we have Go Battle Week in there. I haven't done all of my battles yet in general, in any day of them so far, but I've done at least like 11-12 sets or something each day, which is more than enough, but allows me to also, yeah, take a look a little bit deeper into teams, which I really like, which I would like to do more often as well, but it's a bit difficult. This would help, for example, if you would send me in some battles as well. The link is always down in the description. If you have some interesting gameplay, then always send it in, because it allows me to then maybe play a team for more than a day as well, and yeah, see a little bit more on how to play certain matchups and have a little bit more knowledge with it, which is just currently not really possible. But yeah, again, if you want to send them some cool gameplay, there's also a link down below in the description. Would really appreciate it. So anyway, towards the team, I don't think I played everything perfect. Definitely not. I think there was definitely some stuff that I could have improved. And for example here, I should have most likely stayed in against the Drapion. Like, this matchup there, at the end of the day, you risk that the Drapion is going to get aligned against your Corsair in the back, and that is something that you should not really risk there. Like, this is something where you rather stay in, get the Drapion maybe low. You're mostly not going to be able to win the matchup, but you might get a shield advantage, for example, with the Azumarill, which would have been cool. But now, look at us. We're going to be in a shield disadvantage. They swap back out into the Drapion, and honestly, I want to catch a move here onto my Azumarill, but I risk it too much. I didn't think that they would have got to the move there yet. I thought they needed at least 2 more fast moves to get to a crunch, so 1 more fast move to get to an awkward tier. Miscounted, that's fine. Most likely going to be very difficult for me to come back from this one, but crunch is coming through. We will see here also me trying to go for an Ice Beam, which is going to be fine. This is going to allow us to get some nice damage onto them, get the knockout, and they're going to have the Gas in the back, which is a neutral matchup for Corsair. But of course, if you have better IVs on the Corsair, it's going to be a better matchup for you. Luckily here, we're going to outspeed the opponent, which is really important, because as we swap out, the opponent is going to have a 1-turn advantage, which in the 3 versus 3 turn move there, like, they can completely deny a move from me. But here, I'm even still going to get to another Nightshade in time, which hopefully is going to be enough to knock them out. We still might be able to come back from this game, even though I did not play it perfect. And we can knock them out here, and they're going to forfeit. Next opponent, Corsair. What do we do here? We just stay in, right? Like, there is nothing else that I can really do. We have Player, which is at least neutral. They have neutral damage. Astonish is just way better than Bubble. That's the thing. Like, Astonish is just way better. And stat-wise, we're kind of very similar. But as it looks like, we should mostly be able to two-shot them with a Player up, which is really cool. Nightshade does also very solid damage. That's the thing as well. I do more charge move damage. The opponent does more fast move damage. And so it kind of balances itself out again. But yeah, we're gonna go for a Player of Fear. The opponent lets the move go through, and we will see the swap out into the Primeape. We should be able to take a hit here. One Rage Fist should not be enough to knock us out. It's non-step, it's not in Shadow as well. So yeah, if they were Shadow, they actually would have been able to force a shield here from me. But Annihilape is going to go ahead and go for a Rage Fist, and we can go for the full farm down here, which is going to be great, as they're going to go back into the Corsair, which you can retaliate with our own Corsair, and as long as they don't have Digger Spear in the back, we're going to... Pangoro! That is also not ideal. That is really not ideal. We have to let the first move go through, the first Night Slash, because they have the chance of boosting. And I don't think I play it perfectly here either, but let's see here on how we're going to do it. We're going to go for Night Shade, we're going to get the shield, and yeah, make a bit of a mistake. I completely forgot at this point that the opponent is shieldless. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about it. I did not see that the opponent is shieldless here. And that's kind of silly by me because Night Slash is coming through. We're gonna get them very, very low. I'm fairly certain Night Shade will knock them out at this range. But yeah, they're gonna get to another Night Slash there, which is going to knock us out. Actually, I don't know if they actually would have gone down there. Most likely they would have, but yeah, that was a silly mistake by me. I just thought the entire time they still had a shield. I don't know why, I guess, didn't pay enough attention there. But one thing I have to say is, I played against so many Annihilape recently. And they always were so overpowered against me. And then I tried out my own Annihilape. I just didn't like it. I just did not like Annihilape. It was not a great Pokemon for me. And I do think part of it is because it was Shadow. I thought Shadow Annihilape would be better because it was very strong against me and I was like always more pressured by it. But when you actually play it yourself, I do think that the normal Annihilape might be better for at least what I want to have from a Pokemon. Because the normal Annihilape is going to be able to take some hits. Like you're going to be able to take a crunch from, for example, a Drapion, which is going to be very important in a lot of matchups. And that's just something that the Shadow variant is just having some problems with. And that's something that I at least found out for myself, that this is definitely something that is a bit of a trickier one. That the bulk of Shadow Annihilape, of course, is just literally not there. The IV spread that you have definitely doesn't help. I would need to build most likely a better Annihilape as well. I have some better IV spreads already from Mankey, but like they're all not really good either. Like they're all just like mediocre. Like, I don't know, like I get an Annihilape that's ranked 90, like it is 93%, ranked 276. I guess that's something that's like worth building. But like they're not perfect either. And so I'm not too sure. Like I'm not too sure. Let me know down below what is your experience with Annihilape. Which one do you like more, the Shadow variant or the normal variant? But yeah, for me, I don't know. Like the Shadow has been a bit difficult to play. Anyway, next opponent here, we're going to see the Drapion against the Elite. This time around, I think, I think they stopped out actually. But like this time around, we're going to stay in here. We're just going to try to align ourselves a bit better, which most likely going to help us out as well. We're going to have here the Crunch coming through. They're all going to be debuffed moves, and luckily they don't get the debuff here on us, so like debuff moves and resisted moves, of course. But Crunch is coming through again. This time around, they get the debuff and they can get to another move here. I should have went straight for it instead of going for an extra move. Mistakes being made. Like this is the thing as well. Like you're just going to learn some more matchups if you play them for a little bit longer. This is where like a lot of people have just a benefit of playing a certain team or like certain Pokemon for longer, which I just don't have the experience in because I just changed my stuff the entire time. There's so many matchups that are important where you really need to know kind of what you're doing. And yeah, I just don't play the team enough, I think, for that. Like I haven't played the team at all before, so. And I don't really play Shadow Annihilape, I don't really play Galarian Corsola so far. Azumarill I have played, of course, but like, yeah, that's basically the only Pokemon, and not all of the matchups either, so that's a very important just a lesson there as well. Here, by the way, we have the Undercharge to get a little bit more energy as well, and that's going to be great for us, because now we're going to be able to outspeed the opponent. We have a lot of attacks, so we're going to win the CMP tie as well, but the opponent decides to forfeit anyway. So, next opponent here, we're going to have a very good lead for us, Golurk, and they swap out into the Dunsparce. Here's, for example, one learning as well. If the opponent swaps into Dunsparce, it is not worth it to go for an Ice Punch. There have been occasions where I went for an Ice Punch, and it just didn't work out for me. Like, the thing with Ice Punch here is, it just barely misses out on the KO. Like, for me, it actually just missed out, I think, like, on 1 HP. And it's just not worth it then. Like, why would you go for an Ice Punch? You can just go for Farm Down anyway if you have to use a shield. Here, at least we're going to be able to go for 2 Rage Fist, which is going to allow us to get some nice shields, which is kind of cool. We will see the opponent going for the full Mud Step down. And we have now the Morpeko coming in, where we of course have to use our Azumarill here to knock them out, because 1 player ref is going to be enough. And I'm kind of certain that we should be in a very solid spot here. I do think we're going to be fine. They decide to go for the Psychic Fangs, which is a very smart move because it gives at least the opponent something to work on with the Go Lurk, but as you can swap out into the Corsair, we do super effective fast move pressure, which the opponent doesn't have, and this is going to be great for us because as you're gonna see here, we're gonna go for the full farm down against the opponent. This Shadow Punch is coming through, we're gonna get the KO, and we can go for the full farm down again with the Azumarill and win the battle. Next battle coming up, we're going to have here the Annihilape against us, they swap out into the Dewgong. Here's one thing, sometimes I outspeed them, sometimes I don't. I'm not too sure about it. I usually use a shield here, which again, if I had a normal Annihilape, I would not do, but I just don't really want to get super low with my Annihilape yet, because I feel like you always have like a nice amount of pressure there with the close combat, and as you're gonna knock them out, we're gonna see here, the one has their own Annihilape in the back, so at least we're gonna get the shield back again. But also the opponent gets a boost, and this can be a bit of a trickier one. And if I use a shield here now though, I lose the CMP tie, which I find wild by the way. Look at my IV spread on the right side. We have 5 attack, we have not really a lot of defense and HP, so we have even higher level than usual. And we still lose the CMP tie, so the opponent's variant must be insanely attack weighted. But as we will see here, Rachel is coming through. We're gonna see the Steelix coming in now next. And we're gonna have at least a little bit of a greater time there as well, because you're gonna be able to go for an Ice Beam and swap out into our Corsair, which is a neutral matchup. So we have a very nice position for ourselves. And we completely can screw it up again, because what we will see here is I'm gonna try to have perfect fast move alignment. If I just went straight for it, I didn't need to deal with a breaking swipe that's coming through that's gonna get the 50% chance to drop my attack. And so at this point, Corsair's attack is just a little bit lower. The opponent is going to be able to even, can basically go for the full farm down here maybe? I don't know. We will see the Nightshade coming through. I swap out, they swap out. It's now Annihilape against the Azumarill. I am forced to use a shield here. Oh no, I actually got a no shield here. It's going to be just the Righteous, but I know that we still survive. I guess I'm gonna leave the shield for the Steelix, which also works out for me. And so, Ice Beam is coming through, we're gonna get the KO, we can go for the full farm down and win the battle. Second to last battle, Feraligatr against us in the lead. We like to see it in the lead, but also we don't really like it. Like the thing here is, yes, we're going to have a very neutral matchup there in terms of we do neutral damage, the opponent does neutral damage with a fast move, has a better charge move generally speaking, but the charge move is resisted, so it's like a bit of a back and forth there, but it is not a great matchup at all, and Azumarill is just gonna get lower and lower, so I might be able to get the shields down though, and if shields down, maybe Annihilape can go to town. We're gonna swap OTXG into the Annihilape because I wanted to save the Azumarill for a bit. My Azumarill still has energy, but as you saw as well, the opponent still has a ton of energy on the Feraligatr, which allows him to go for another Hydro Cannon. We can go for Rage Fist here against the Talonflame, but they have to go for a charge move here as well. They went up for 4 fast moves, which is really important for them, because now I'm not going to be able to fully farm them down in time, and I'm forced to use a shield here for a potential Brave Bird. Brave Bird would do a ton of damage, like more than anything else here. And so, yeah, it's better for me to use a shield here than against the Feraligatr. In comes the Drapion. This is the thing as well for this team. Drapion was everywhere, like literally everywhere, and I had no chance of really getting rid of it. And the opponent plays it well because they catch the move, they can go for the full farm down, and this is just game over. So, final thoughts for the team. I think IV spreads are very important. I think you need to have very good IVs in order for this team to work. And I also do think that, yeah, basically there is currently a lot of dark types around. Like a lot of dark poison types around, especially, that are just very difficult to deal with for this team, especially Drapion is literally on nearly every single team. As you can see, that's like the issue for me as well. I don't want to get hit by a a neutral Shadow Crunch from a Shadow, like basically as me as being a Shadow, the opponent being a Shadow, 20% minus my defense, 20% plus the opponent's defense. It is just quite a bit difficult. And here, we're gonna see as well, we're now 2 shields down. We are only 1 Pokemon from the opponent, which is going to be the Melama, which is at least playable for me. But it's not really looking that great for us either. We have to really see on how things gonna go. But at least they're gonna be able to go for an Ice Beam bait here, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean it's a bait, because, yeah, what we can do is we can get the shield there, and we're gonna still get them like a lot of damage onto them. And I need to keep basically my Corsair around anyway, because Corsair is my way of knocking them out. I still have to take a hit with my Corsair basically, and then I still have to go ahead and, yeah, hopefully actually hit the Nightshade against the opponent. The opponent doesn't stop out on time, that would be great. Foul play is coming through, I go straight for it. This is the thing as well, if you wait here, like you cannot wait until the opponent is like swapping out anything like this, because it's a one-turn fast move, like you cannot lock them into a fast move. But luckily we can win the final battle. The team was okay, like the team wasn't like perfect for me, but still, it's a legend team. I think it's IV dependent as well. A lot of times you need to know the matchups a little bit better. This is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you then. Bye bye.